Hey Evan, it's me, Evan. Uh, I haven't made a video in a very long time, and I apologize to anybody that has been keeping up with my videos and supporting my videos and liking and watching my videos or have subscribed to my channel. I greatly appreciate it. I don't even know how many subscribers I have. I don't even think I have 20 something subscribers, but it doesn't matter. I just want my message to reach people and hopefully help some people. I found out um, So if you haven't watched my videos, quick rundown, because I think I've said this a couple videos ago. I am living in Texas. I'm a trans man. I'm living in Texas. 49 now. And I lost my dad, and then he passed away suddenly and unexpected, and it was weird. And then I met this girl, and we ended up being twin flames, and I'm not going to go into that, so you can look that up. And then she passed away as well, and so I have been dealing with some grief, and I'm about to hit the 2-year anniversary of her passing. And then I found out yesterday that a friend of mine that I've known for a long time, he also knew me as a woman. And then we lost touch. I lost touch with a lot of people once I transitioned, because I wasn't sure how people would perceive me or accept me. And as I processed myself, as I went through my transition, I reached back out to some old friends and kind of sifted and sorted through the people that were accepting of me fully and the people that were accepting of me, but sometimes they would say kind of like offensive things and not really know they're doing it. And then there's the people that are just fucking offensive, and I don't hang out with them. But this gentleman, I'm not going to say his name due to privacy. I'm respectful of people's privacy as much as I can be. I'd like to respect his privacy and his girlfriend's privacy. I know both of them. But my friend passed away on Monday, suddenly and unexpected. And his girlfriend is going through what I went through almost 2 years ago in losing my girlfriend. And I spoke with her for a little while, and it sucks. She's really going through it. And it triggered and brought up emotions that I thought I had completely dealt with regarding B's passing. My girlfriend, B. Her name was Brandina. I call her B for short sometimes. It brought up feelings of that, and so I've been crying, and I'm trying to figure out, am I crying because I've lost my friend? Am I crying because I feel for my friend's girlfriend and understand what she's going through? And also, am I crying because I'm feeling the emotions that I was feeling when Brandina passed, and because it's getting ready to be the anniversary of her passing? That's like weird. It's like all these emotions are coming up. And it sucks. And I didn't think that I would be triggered and cry over my girlfriend by hearing about my friend's passing. But the weird thing is that her boyfriend and her boyfriend, who's my friend, the way her boyfriend passed and the way my girlfriend passed are very similar. It was very sudden. It happened at home. We both spoke to them prior, and then they both died at home suddenly without any warning or explanation of what happened. Like, she still doesn't know really why. She just knows that his heart stopped. And that's pretty much what they tell you when people die. They always say that. That's their go-to, is, oh, they had a heart attack. Unless you have an autopsy performed. I don't think you ever find out the true cause of death. I was told that in the city of Dallas that I live in, if there is just a sudden death of someone at home by themselves and they're over a certain age and there's been no sign of, what's the word? I can't think of the word right now. Oh my God. I'm sure somebody's yelling it at me. foul play. If there's no signs of foul play, then I've been told that they will do an automatic autopsy to find out what the cause of death was, because if people look to seem to be fully, completely healthy, and there's no signs of struggle on their part or foul play from somebody else, then I've been told they'll do an autopsy. So I don't know if they've done an autopsy on my friend or not, if that's going to happen. I'm not sure how that works. I've also been told that if there's not been signs of foul play or struggle and you want an autopsy, you have to request one. So I don't know. Like with my girlfriend, she passed away in another county. They don't do autopsies. She also passed away during COVID. They probably just assumed that it was a COVID death, and it was not, because she had 2 roommates and her son that she visited prior to her death, and me that she visited prior to her death, and none of us have it. So I still don't know. I honestly think she had a stroke and what do you call it? I think that's what happened, because she had been having headaches and couldn't get rid of them. I think she had a blood vessel burst. I think she had a stroke, which caused the blood vessel. I don't know. Anyways, whatever. Grief's really crappy. Grief is weird. Grief is slippery slope, my friend. You never know when it's gonna hit you. You never know why or how it's gonna hit you. And I think I mentioned it before. It'll pass. It passes. Like, I'm not crying right now. I may cry later. I may cry now. I don't know. Sometimes when I talk about her, I cry. Like I was telling my friend earlier, that she felt like home to me. And I can't really explain why or how. I think I explained it in a different video on another time. Maybe it's on Instagram, but I think I explained like how we have this representation of what we believe home is to be in our head. Like, it's just this place, and it emotes a specific feeling, and usually that feeling is one of protection or security or stability or some type of grounding foundation for you. And sometimes I don't know that people think of other people as a home. Some people may. I don't know if anybody's ever experienced that feeling. I did with her. I felt maybe with a parent. That's probably a good example. Because my dad's energy was kind of similar to my girlfriend's. They both had this very calming effect about them. I can't explain it. Like, my dad, even his father was like this. Like, my dad and my grandpa, my dad's father, they would just enter a room, and it was just like you could feel the calmness. There's a lot of pictures we have of my grandfather at family functions, and he's literally just sitting in a chair with his cane and his hands on his cane, like he's just sitting there, like, chilling like this, or with his head on his hands, with his hand on his cane, and he's just like perusing the horizons and seeing who is in his family, because he's like, yep, that's my family, I did that. I don't know, it was just a sense of, not arrogance, but just like happy and prideful that he had a family. He created a family. And my dad was kind of the same way. Like, he would come in and I'd see him do the same stuff. Brandino was the same way. I felt very calm. I felt like everything was always going to be okay around her. I already felt that anyways, and she just seemed to add to that feeling. She didn't completely complete me. I need to make that very clear. A lot of people mistake being with somebody as a completion of themselves, and that's not how it should be. You should already feel complete and whole as your own person, and then your person that you want to be with, or whoever you decide to be with, comes into your life and complements you, and you guys do things together, but you still have your own shit that you do without them. That's the way it should be, and that's how I felt about her. She complimented me. We complimented each other. She was like home. And I'm feeling homesick. I feel like I discovered another part of myself that existed here in this 3D world that complimented me and saw me for truly me, and not for the things I did back then when I did those things, or what I did last week. She fully saw me for who I was presently in the moment, and it was a very nice feeling, and I feel very homesick because I feel her energy around, but it's not the same strength of energy because her physical presence isn't here. So it's weird. And I feel for my friend. because she posted something the other day, and it was a picture of her and her boyfriend, and it said, "Please come back." And I know exactly that sentiment. I know exactly how she feels. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's been almost 2 years, and I still sometimes say to Brandina, like, "Hey, if you were to come swooping through my door and say, 'Hey, sorry, I had to go away for a minute. I had to take care of some stuff, but now I'm back,' I'd be a little mad because I'd be like, 'You scared me and you were gone and I was angry.' But then I would be happy, and I would run to her and I would probably hug her so fucking hard she would probably shit her pants. But I also know that's not gonna happen because guess what? Part of her is in this. Part of her is in that, and the rest of her physical body is in the urn with her son. So I know that she's not coming back in that body. Maybe I'll see her again in another body when I come back here in another body next time. I don't know. Sure would like to. My lady was an awesome lady. I don't even know why I made this video. Maybe it's to help me feel better. I found that sometimes when I talk about her and express how I'm feeling, I feel much better. And yes, I know I can do that with a shrink or a psychologist or a therapist, and I have one. I have a psychologist, and I do speak with her. Most of what I'm experiencing right now is the experience of trauma and grief as a man, and being as a woman for 30 something plus years. This is a completely new experience for me, and a very interesting one to navigate, because I personally used to cry and feel release and feel better as a crying from things that I was upset about. And now as a dude, I cry. You saw me just cry, but I don't feel any relief. I don't feel any physical relief. I just feel like, oh, I cried, and how embarrassing, I just cried. But I also know that I shouldn't be embarrassed from crying, because everybody does it. Oof. Alright, I think I might get off of this and finish some crying and make my bed. I haven't made my bed yet. See? Still. Yeah, it's a big mess. And I've been sleeping on her side of the bed, or what was her side of the bed. Sometimes it feels better to sleep on her side of the bed. Sometimes I don't want to get near her side of the bed because I'm like, she should be there. I think I'm back in the anger phase. Huh. How long does that fucking last? The cycle of grief is so fucking weird. Anywho, I'm gonna get off of here. I have to work today, and I have some other things I'd like to try to get taken care of before I log on to work for the day. I hope somebody finds this video and finds it helpful and informative, and if they're going through grief, they don't feel alone, because they know this guy's going through it, and so is his other friend right now as well. So I hope everyone has a lovely day and a wonderful week, and I hope to speak to you guys soon. Bye.